Yellow Jackets will start the second half with the basketball. They'll move from left to right. They are in their road brown, trimmed in gold and white. Case on defense. Cobble with it with Anderson on him. Drive inside for Case, laying it up and in for Baldwin Wallace is Zane Meter. Meter's got 5. Case with the basketball. We got a whistle away from the ball. And the foul's going to go against Tom Summers with a block. That will be his 3rd. On the floor for Case to start the second half, it's Mike Byrne at the point guard, Reed Anderson at an off guard. Summers and Fowler, the 2 forwards in the middle, will be Eric Dorr. Payne with the basketball over to Schmidt. Right baseline to Cobble, puts up a shot, missed it. Payne comes down with a rebound, though. Working against Summers with 3 fouls. Payne puts it up, missed it. Amin gets the rebound. His shot won't go. And a whistle and a foul inside. They're going to get Eric Dorr for a foul. So coming out of the box, Case picks up 2 quick team fouls. That's 3 on Dorr and 3 on Tom Summers.
Dorr pleading this case, saying he was on the floor trying to protect his head and got whistled for a foul.
At the line, shooting for Baldwin Wallace will be Chris Amin. Amin, the 6'6" sophomore out of Broadview Heights. He will eye the first shot's up, and it's good. Chris Amin with 3 points. He had 2 in the opening half. Tom Summers will take a seat. Evan Sudis will check in for Case. Sudis is in with 6 points off the bench in the opening half. Amin's second free throw is up, and this one is also good. 36-29, Baldwin Wallace in full court press. They're on a 4-0 run to start this second half. Spartans are up 7. Byrne with the basketball to Anderson. Lob inside to Dorr. Good position against Amin. And Eric lays it up and in.
You gotta like that touch pass, too, from Reed Anderson.
Dorr has 5 points. Cobble with the basketball with Byrne on him defensively. Cobble for Baldwin Wallace. Over to Payne. Payne swings it right side. Schmidt, 3 is blocked by Reed Anderson. Byrne comes down with it. Byrne on the break. Looking right, goes right to Austin Fowler. Back to Byrne, swings it left side to Reed Anderson. Anderson off to Sudis. Sudis between the circles to Byrne right wing. Ball above his head, in on that right block to Dorr. Eric Dorr dribbling left, dribbling right, dribbling left. Turns around, drops it from about 8 feet. Eric Dorr working it hard inside, and he's got 7. Cobble with the basketball for Baldwin Wallace. Right in front of that BW bench. Works it in, right block. Shots blocked by Dorr. Trying to get it inside, and getting off a shot that time was Schmidt, and it got blocked by Dorr. Byrne with it for Case. Reed Anderson top of the key now to Sudis. Sudis looks right, goes right to Fowler. Inside to Anderson, right block. Anderson turn around, left-handed hook, and it's good. Reed Anderson with his first basket of the night. He's got 3 points.
Well, you have to like the fact that Case is up 42-29, and between the big 3 of Dorr, Summers, and Anderson, they have just 11 points.
3 in the air, far left corner, whistle and a foul underneath the basket, away from the ball. Foul's going against the Yellow Jackets. Foul will be on Kyle Payne, his 3rd. Case is going to get the ball up 13, 42-29. Just about 2.5 minutes into this second half of play. Byrne with the basketball for Case across the timeline with Cobble on him. Off to Austin Fowler. Good defense by BW. Dorr with it between the circles. Works it inside to Reed Anderson. Ball's tipped. Anderson on that left block. Anderson with it, double teamed. Kicks it out to Byrne. Looks at a 3, back to Reed Anderson, left wing. Reed Anderson dribbling in, and he's going to pick up a charging foul. Boy, taking a dive that time was Zane Meter. And Reed Anderson's going to get called for the player control foul. That will be his 3rd. So the big 3, Anderson, Summers, and Dorr all have 3 fouls. Summers is on the bench. Anderson and Dorr still on the floor. Cobble with it. Swings it left to Schmidt. And picking up a blocking foul is Byrne.
4 fouls in 3 minutes and 9 seconds for Case Western.
Mike Burns got 3. Meter with it, off the inbounds, dribbles in right side, missed the layup. Long rebound out to Austin Fowler. On the break, Fowler over to Reed Anderson, lays it up, blocked. Meter blocked Anderson from behind. Here comes Cobble the other way. Cobble on the break, dribbles in, forces up a shot, missed it. Amin comes down with a rebound, left side up and good.
Look, McDonald wanted the goaltend on that Reed Anderson shot.
Chris Amin's got 6. Case is up 11, 42-31. Sudas to Fowler, right side, and reaching in and holding Fowler with a foul is Brandon Schmidt. That will be Schmidt's first. Second team foul for Baldwin Wallace in the second half. Case will inbound it, sideline out, far sideline here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Case moving from right to left in the second half. Sudas with the inbound to Byrne. Back to Sudas between the circles. Fowler now with it right wing. With Schmidt on him. On the right block to Dorr with Amin guarding him. Dorr is still with the basketball. Left-hand dribble. Right-handed turn. Looking to force it, won't. Gets it out to Fowler. Fowler dribble right. Shot off the glass, missed it. Didn't draw iron. Gets the loose ball. Austin Fowler dribbles it out, hands it off to Byrne. Byrne between the circles to Reed Anderson. Didn't draw iron, so there's 6 seconds to shoot. Anderson with it, forces up a long shot. Oh! Anderson fading away, right baseline, threw up a moon shot, and it hit nothing but net. Reed Anderson with 6.
If BW doesn't match it, do they get an H?
Yeah, that was a horse shot for sure. Amin with it, right corner, and he just, oh, they're going to call a blocking foul. I thought he led with the forearm,
so did
pushed
I.
off, and a blocking foul on Austin Fowler. That will be Austin's second foul. Fowler with 9 first-half points. Good work by the sophomore. Eric Dorr is going to take a seat. Tom Summers will check in. So Dorr is out with 9 points and 3 fouls. Tom Summers checks in with 2 points and 3 fouls. Tom Summers, a year ago, double-double guy for Case. He has struggled tonight.
And Summers is somebody that really likes to get in the flow early, likes to feel it early. Kind of has to get his feet wet in order to get comfortable in the game.
So BW will have the basketball outside, out in front of their own bench. Checking in for the Yellow Jackets off the bench will be Scott Branchick, the sophomore out of Menor.
Tim Chung also back in the game for Case Western.
Chung had a first half to remember. Case freshman out of California, put up 11 points, including 3 threes in the first half. They'll inbound it to Schmidt, Baldwin Wallace will. Kick it off to Cobble. Cobble, Meter, Schmidt on the perimeter. Meter's got it, left side, dribbles in. Soft floater with the right hand off the glass and good. Nice drive by Zane Meter, he's got 7. Case is up 11, 44-33. Mike Byrne will break the defensive pressure for Case. Hands it off to Chung. Chung to Fowler, right wing. Fowler ball above his head to Tom Summers. Summers back to Fowler. Fowler left-handed dribble. Crossover, spin in the lane, turnaround, shot good. Austin Fowler with 2, he's got 11.
2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior on the floor for Case Western.
Cobble with it, with speed, dribbles in, draws the defense, kicks it out. Meter with a shot, and, oh, that's Schmidt, check that. Brandon Schmidt with a 14-footer from the right wing, he's got 5. Case up 46-35, 14-15 left to play in this basketball game. Austin Fowler with it, tries penetration, doesn't get it off to Chung. Chung looking for a weave partner, finds Fowler. Fowler between the circles to Sudas, the give and the go. Sudas keeps it, now gives it to Byrne. Byrne ball above his head, 8 seconds to shoot, kicks it out. Fowler, a 3 in the air, long one, it's short, and Payne comes down with a rebound. Off to Cobble, here comes Baldwin Wallace on the break. Cobble to Meter, Meter throws it up, makes it, no, in and out, but he was fouled.
You saw on the offensive end for Case Western, Summers had to back off a little bit, couldn't be as aggressive. At the other end of the floor, it's up to other guys, including Fowler.
And the foul is on Austin Fowler. That's his third. At the line shooting 2 will be Zane Meter. Sixth team foul for Case. Zane Meter a year ago, an 80% free throw shooter for Baldwin Wallace. Averaged 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists a game. One of BW's better players. Meter eyes it, shoots it, rolls around, and doesn't go. Checking in for Case off the bench will be Reed Anderson for Austin Fowler and Rob Scott in for Mike Byrne. Meter eyes the second, shoots it, and he makes this one. Made one, missed one. Meter's got 8, and it's a 10-point game. Case is up 10, 46-36, 13:40 left to play. Chung with it, left wing. Sudas top of the key, swings it right side to Anderson, back to Chung between the circles. Inside feed to Sudas. Sudas, turnaround shot off the glass, missed it. But Evan Sudas was fouled, and he was fouled by Scott Branchick. That will be Branchick's second.
Sudas looking at a chance for 2.
Evan Sudas, a perfect 4 of 4 from the foul line in the opening half. He has 6 points. Averaged 5 per game a year ago as a freshman who started in 4 games for the Spartans. Sudas' free throw is up, and this one's good. 7 points, 5 from the foul line. Scott Voyers checks back in for Baldwin Wallace. Taking a seat will be Zane Meter. Meter will sit down with 8 points. Voyers checks in with 4. All of his points coming in the first half. Sudas' second free throw. This one's long, but Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. Off to Chung, 3 in the air, back of the rim, high up in the air, and coming down with it is Payne for Baldwin Wallace. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Triana dribbling, faking right, throwing up a shot. Ball goes out of bounds. They say off Case, no foul, no nothing. So Baldwin Wallace will keep it. Triana inbounds it to Brandon Schmidt. Schmidt, the guard out of Wellington, over to Voyers, the guard out of Westlake. Voyers dribbles in. Kicks it out. Triana's got it. Branchick from Menor. Over to Schmidt, left wing, with Chung on him. Now it's Voyers, 8 seconds to shoot. Back to Schmidt, dribbles in, left side, floater, front of the rim, no. Reed Anderson with the rebound. Rob Scott will bring the ball up for Case. Scott will look right. Inside, right block to Sudas, working against Voyers. Sudas missed the shot. Payne with the rebound off to Triana. Triana down the floor to Schmidt. Schmidt gets the shot blocked by Summers, left-handed layup, and Tom comes up with the rebound. Summers off to Scott. Case is up 11, 12:25 left to play in this basketball game. Chung with it, the foul line. Spin dribble, floater on the right side, missed it. Sudas fights for the rebound, ball's loosed, and Branchick comes up with it. Branchick down the floor to Voyers. Voyers gets his layup blocked by Reed Anderson. Here we go to Chung on the break. Left-handed layup up and in. Holy smokes, I got to catch my breath.
You're going to need one. Up and down the floor they go. And 3 straight trips down the floor for Baldwin Wallace. Case with 3 consecutive block shots, including the one from Anderson. And the outlet pass, beautiful pass thrown ahead. And Chung just ran under it, let it roll down, and softly laid it up and in after maybe taking an ill-advised shot from about 12 feet away. But overall for Case Western, up 49-36. 17 of 44 from the floor, 39%. 4 of 10 from behind the arc. For Baldwin Wallace, 12 of 38. They're shooting just 31% from the floor. Both teams have 9 turnovers. Case in the paint, 20-14. And on the fast break tonight, both teams with 2 points, including the 2 from Timmy Chung right there.
I don't know who's running the music, but that was a fitting song that they played during the break. Springsteen, Born to Run. Because they have been running the past few minutes here at Forsberg Gymnasium.
It took about 12 minutes of that first half for both these teams to kind of warm up to the season. But since then, been very, very active. And teams have found their rhythm.
Cobble with it.
Show.
Out to Branchik, back to Cobble.
Moving.
Scott on Cobble. Cobble, the guard out of Illyria. Nice feed inside to Voyers on a baseline cut. Scott Voyers gets an easy layup. He's got 6. Rob Scott with the basketball for Case, with Triana on him. Scott with a mismatch with Fowler and Cobble. Fowler on that left block. Fowler turnaround shot, rolls and drops. Fowler at 6'6" against Cobble at 5'9". That was a mismatch identified by Case. And they score 2 with Austin Fowler.
It's a couple of times that Case has caught BW in that mismatch.
Payne inside, fake left, goes right, missed the shot. And Fowler comes down with the rebound. Here comes Fowler. Encouraged by his coach to relax, they'll pull it up. Now along that left block to Summers. Summers looking for a cutter. Still looking. Now he's going to dribble, turn around, soft right-handed hook. It's good. Boy, you'd love to see Tom Summers get on track. Case is up 15, Ed. 53-38, 10:40 left to play.
Largest lead of the night.
Cobble with it. Left of the lane, ball's loose. Somebody reached in. Foul's on Case. Foul will go against Rob Scott. That will be his second.
5 players for Case with 3 fouls. So you're going to see Coach McDonald work this last 10 minutes. Guys in and out, in and out.
17 fouls for Case at the line, shooting a 1-and-1 is Promise Cobble. On the floor for Case right now, Eric Doer, Evan Sudis, Rob Scott, Reed Anderson, and Austin Fowler. Cobble's first free throw is up and it's good. Cobble's second free throw is also up and it's good. He's got 4 points. Just 1 assist tonight, though. He led the Ohio Athletic Conference in assists a year ago. He's the engine that makes this team go, and Case has done a nice job with him tonight. He's been in some foul trouble, too. Spartans are up 13, 53-40. They've got the basketball. Fowler inside pass to Sudis. Ball fake, shot up, blocked. Doer comes down with the rebound, kicks it to Fowler. They swing it left. Reed Anderson, 3, and it's good. Right in front of his teammates.
And you look at the last five players for Case to score. Evan Sudis, Chung, Fowler, Summers, and Anderson spreading it around are the Spartans.
Cobble brought it down, missed it. But the follow was put up and in by Aaron Selmick. He's got 5. Reed Anderson with it, left foul line extended. He'll dribble out, ball between the circles. Left side, Austin Fowler, 3 in the air, boom! Austin Fowler, same spot Reed Anderson hit it. Fowler's got 16. Case hit another 3, that's 6 threes for the Spartans.
59-42, and Case will continue to trade 3 for 2 as Baldwin Wallace continues to fall further and further behind as we're under the 10-minute mark.
9:33 exactly left to play. Meter blocked inside by Eric Doer. Doer down the floor to Reed Anderson, and he dunks it home. Reed Anderson up with a 2-handed dunk. Timeout on the floor for Baldwin Wallace. Case has opened it up. They're up 19, and they're jumping up and down.
What a run for Case Western. 12-3 run, and the Spartans lead 61-42.
Reed Anderson with 10. He had 1 point in the opening half, and that was from the foul line. And he has caught fire here in the second half. You mentioned it a while ago, Ed. You said if you were to say that you'd take the big 3, Reed Anderson, Tom Summers, Eric Doer, those being the big 3, and you'd only get 5 points out of them at halftime, which is what they got combined out of all 3 of those guys. And those are guys that last year averaged 39 points a game combined. And if you only got 5 out of them at halftime, you'd still be up 11. You'd say, well, some other guys are doing well. And boy, Austin Fowler and Tim Chung, 2 guys that neither one of us have seen play before, are just doing a great job tonight.
Well, and they're coming off screens, and the ball movement offensively is there. And then defensively, you have to talk about what they're doing inside. The block shots, the misses, the rebounds, the strong hands are leading to the fast break points, the ability to get the ball down the court, the open shots, the Anderson dunk, the Chung lay-in. So things are moving quickly, and we talked about that with Coach McDonald. He said we can play big, we can play a half-court offense, we have the guys to do that, but if we can get out and run, we're going to do that as well, and maybe we'll run them out of the gym.
Well, they're approaching that point. It's 61-42 coming out of that timeout. Case up 19 with 9:21 left to play. On the floor for Case, Reed Anderson, Rob Scott, Evan Sudis, Eric Dorr, and Austin Fowler. On the floor for Baldwin Wallace, it's Meter along with Voyers. Meter has it right wing. Cobble's in there. Also in there is Chris Amin, threw up a 3, missed it. And Eric Dorr comes down with a rebound. The 5th Yellow Jacket is Aaron Selmick. So Rob Scott with it, right side to Austin Fowler, ball above his head. Top of the key now to Eric Dorr. Inside 9 minutes to play. Sudis, left block, strong move, right side. Went up, missed it, but he was fouled. Fouls on Scott Voyers, that will be his first. And at the line, shooting for Case will be Evan Sudis. Sudis' first free throw is up, and it's good. And Evan makes them both. 7 of 8 from the foul line tonight, Sudis is. He's got 9 points. Case is up 21, Ed. 8:45 to play. Cobble dribbles in, off to Voyers. 3 in the air in front of that BW bench, missed it. And Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. Anderson off to Rob Scott, left-hand dribble, looking left. They swing it back to the right as Austin Fowler working against Voyers. Fowler inside, right of the lane, makes it. Austin Fowler has 18 points, 9 in the first half, 9 in the second, and the Spartans have opened a 23-point lead.
It's a 9-0 run for Case Western. It's also an 18-2 run for the Spartans.
3 in the air by Amin, missed it. Tip shot missed, coming down with it. Selmick missed it. Voyers with another foul. He missed it, but he was fouled, and Scott Voyers will go to the foul line. He'll shoot 2. Rob Scott picks up foul number 3. Scott Voyers will be at the foul line.
And you look at what Case Western has done here in the second half. It hasn't been one player who's come out and just shot the lights out. It's Sudis, then Chung, Fowler, Summers, Anderson, Fowler, Anderson, Sudis, back and forth they go. Different guys are finding different ways to score on their offensive trips down the floor. So getting everybody involved, moving the ball around, finding the open shots.
Voyers made the first, he'll eye the second. And that one's short. Sudis comes down with a rebound. So Scott Voyers, 3 of 6 from the foul line tonight. He's got 7 points. Matt Triana has checked back in for Cobble for Baldwin Wallace, and Triana is matching up against Rob Scott now. Dorr with it for Case, the foul line. Now it's Scott right wing. Scott ball above his head. Try to get it inside to Fowler. Good defense by Voyers. He steals the basketball, and here comes BW. Zane Meter with it for BW. Dribbles in, puts up a shot, missed. Follow is up and good by Chris Amin. Amin has 8, and the game's a 20-point game. Case is up 20 with 7:22 left to play. Rob Scott with Triana all over him. Reed Anderson now with the ball. Top of the key, it's loose. Evan Sudis chases it down between the circles. Case wants a timeout, they're gonna get it. Spartans are up 20, 7:11 left. It's 65-45. Case over Baldwin Wallace.
You know, you look at some of the stats, Ron, and right now for Baldwin Wallace, just 15 of 49. They're just shooting 30% from the floor. And some of that has to do with the fact that Case has been in that 2-3 zone, and they haven't been able to figure it out defensively. They get one shot, the rebound by Case. Case has 41 rebounds in the game. They're out rebounding BW 41-27. So quite an advantage, a 14 rebound advantage. and they're moving the basketball as well. Case has 12 assists in the game. BW has just 6. So all kinds of advantages on the score sheet for Case Western, and they're up 65-45 on the scoreboard as well.
That rebounding advantage is interesting because Baldwin Wallace is a good rebounding team. A year ago, they were better than their opponent, and a week ago when they scrimmaged or had an exhibition against Cleveland State, BW actually out-rebounded Cleveland State. So for Case to box out and get position inside and hold that rebounding advantage, that is something that Coach McDonald's going to be very, very happy to hear.
And they're doing that again with some of their big guys in foul trouble. Summers with 3, Dewar with 3 as well. And yet they're still managing to crash the boards, pick it up, and have quite an advantage. And allowing really BW one look at the basket, one shot, rebound, and then they have to go right back on defense. And that Case offense moving the basketball well, shooting 45% from the floor this evening.
Case was up 11 at halftime. They have stretched that lead to 20+ in the second half, and it's at 20 right now. Spartans with the basketball. Sudis at the foul line, off to Scott. 2 seconds to shoot. Rob's going to force it up, and it's a turnaround 18-footer, almost a 3-pointer from the right wing. Rob Scott made it. He's got 4. It was like that Reed Anderson shot from the right corner about 10 minutes ago.
You know, when you're feeling it and things are going right.
They're laughing at each other right now, Scott and Anderson. They're looking at each other. They're both smiling, saying, hey, if you can do it, so can I. So Baldwin Wallace with the basketball. Triana with it to Schmidt. Baseline to Voyers, kicks it out. A mean 3 in the air, missed it. Summers comes down with a rebound. Approaching the 6-minute mark, left to play here. Case is up 22 at 67-45. Fowler with it, with Voyers on him, right wing. Fowler still with the basketball, top of the key to Summers. Summers with a mean on him. Baldwin Wallace still playing great defense. Case is earning their points tonight. Reed Anderson with it, off a screen from Fowler, dribbles in, left-handed layup, rolls around, won't go. And down with the rebound is Selmick. Selmick off to Triana, down to Voyers, left wing. Voyers, pullback dribble off to Triana. Triana gets a screen from Voyers, 3 in the air, back of the rim, no. Fowler fights for the rebound, and he comes up with it. Austin Fowler with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists tonight. Fowler with it, right wing, working against Voyers, dribbles in, draws the foul. He'll go to the line, he'll shoot 2.
Again, looking at that score sheet, Ron, you see Anderson with 10 points, Dewar has 7, and Summers with 4. That's just 21 of the 67.
Austin Fowler misses his first free throw of the night. Fowler's got 18 points. Chung's got 13. Checking back in for Case is Mike Byrne. He'll take Reed Anderson's slot. Fowler's second free throw, this one's good. So Fowler's got 19, and Case is up 23 at 68-45, 5:30 left to play. Triana with it, with Byrne working him on defense. Triana dribbles by him, nice crossover, lays it up and in. A nice move by Matt Triana, the junior out of Northeast Pennsylvania. He's got 5 for Baldwin Wallace. Jackets with a lot of work to do, down 21 though with 5:11 left. Spartans with a commanding lead. Sudis with it over to Fowler, right wing. Back to Scott off a screen, top of the key, throws up a 3, missed it. And we've got a foul inside. Sudis went for the rebound, got pushed from behind. Fouls on Branchik, the sophomore out of Menor. That's his 3rd. Case will inbound it. They get it into Fowler. Immediately up, right baseline, 15-footer, it's good. Austin Fowler with 21. Well, we saw Aaron Hollinger score 23 to lead the Case women in a 10-point win in the opener tonight. And Austin Fowler has 21 right now. Inside 5 minutes to play. Schmidt with it. Back to Triana. Burns steps up, tries to steal it. They get it inside. And Sudis or Summers is going to pick up a foul. Foul's going to be on Sudis. Kyle Payne went up for the shot, missed it, but Sudis fouled him. 2 fouls on Evan Sudis, 9 for Case as a team. So the Yellow Jackets will be in the double bonus next Case foul. As Payne makes the first free throw. Ed, I was thinking the way Case started out the second half, you would have thought that double bonus for Baldwin Wallace would have came within like the first 5 minutes.
They got 4 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes. Since then, have played pretty clean.
Payne's second free throw is up, and it's also good. So Kyle Payne has 5. It's a 21-point Case lead, 70-49. Full court press. Rob Scott off the read. Anderson, they break it. Anderson down the floor. Tom Summers dribbles in left baseline and lays it up and in. Summers has 6. And the Spartans are up 23. 72-49, 4:22 left to play in the first game of the year for Case Western Reserve and for Baldwin Wallace. Triana steps back, throws up a 3. It's long from the left side. Sudis comes down with a rebound. We have a foul underneath. And down on the floor, holding his head is Branchick. Foul's going to be on Summers.
That's his 4th.
And Scott Branchick, I think, got hit on the side of the face. He's holding the right side of his face. Everybody went up for the rebound that time. Branchick and Summers and a couple of other guys. And
caught an elbow.
Tom comes down with a foul, his 4th.
Elbow to the nose, maybe, Ron?
And they're going to take Branchick off the floor. He leaves under his own power, which is good to see. He's going to sit at the end of the bench. They'll tend to him, and coming in, replacing him will be Chris Amin. Actually, check that. It won't be Amin. It's going to be Zane Meter. And Eric Dorr will come in for Tom Summers. Summers is out with 4 fouls, 6 points, and Eric Dorr checks back in for Case. He has 7 points. At the line, shooting for Baldwin Wallace is Kyle Payne. Payne missed the first. He is 3 of 6. 3 of 6 from the foul line tonight. Payne is. Spartans are up 23, 4:14 left to play. Payne's second free throw's up, and it's good. Case on the inbounds, trying to break that press. Reed Anderson down the floor to Sudis. And Sudis lays it up and in. They'll call a smack of the backboard. They'll call a foul on Payne, so it'll be a 3-point opportunity for Sudis.
Sudis now with, is that 13 now for Evan Sudis?
Evan Sudis has 8 from the field, 3 from the line, so he's got 11. He'll look for 12 at the foul line, where tonight he is 7 for 8 and make it 8 for 9. Sudis makes it. Case is up 25, 75-50, 4 minutes left to play. 3 in the air for Baldwin Wallace. It's missed. And Meter comes up with the rebound, though. Nice job by Zane Meter crashing the boards for BW. He's got 11. Full court press by the Yellow Jackets. Reed Anderson off to Rob Scott. Scott looks up, gets squeezed at half court. And we've got a blocking foul on Baldwin Wallace.
So Case will shoot the 1-and-1 as they're in the bonus. BW now has 8 personal fouls.
Fouls on Matt Triana, that's his second. And at the line, shooting for Case will be Rob Scott. Scott with 4 points tonight. has yet to go to the foul line. First shot's up, and this one's good. Three minutes, 47 seconds left to play. Case is up 76-52 over Baldwin Wallace. Opening game for both teams. Rob Scott's second free throw is up, and it's also good. He's got 6. Triana quickly down the floor. Triana feeds Payne. Ball's knocked out of bounds off the door, and Baldwin Wallace will keep it. Spartans up 25, 3:41 left to play. On the floor for Case, it's Sudis, Scott, Byrne, Doer, and Reed Anderson. They'll inbound it to Schmidt for Baldwin Wallace, off to Meter. Back to Schmidt between the circles. Triana, 3 in the air, left wing, rolls around, won't go, and Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. Off to Byrne, Mike Byrne, with Triana on him in the backcourt. Byrne breaks Triana's defensive pressure. Now between the circles, picks up his dribble, hands it off to Reed Anderson, left wing. To Sudis. Sudis was getting grabbed by the jersey by Schmidt, no call. Here comes Rob Scott with the basketball. Scott left-handed dribble with Cobble on him. Cobble reaches in, knocks it away. Scott controls, and now we got a travel call. So they called Rob Scott for traveling. Case will turn it over.
Picked up that pivot foot before we get rid of the basketball. Cost Case possession.
Triana with it for Baldwin Wallace. Right side, looks in, can't get there, kicks it back out. Meter with a 3 in the air, rolls around the rim and drops in. Zane Meter has 13 points. Case is up 22. Scott in the backcourt to Byrne. Byrne trying to break the press. He's triple teamed in the backcourt, and a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on number 11. That's Zane Meter. For Meter, that will be his second, and that will be the 10th team foul, I believe, for Baldwin Wallace. 9th team foul?
I'm going to say 9.
9th team foul, so still in the 1-and-1. Byrne will be at the line. Free throw is up, rolls around the rim and drops. It was short, got a nice roll and fell in. Mike Byrne has 3 points, the freshman guard for Case. Second free throw is up. This one rolls around the top, falls to the back, and then drops through the net. Byrne's got 4. Cobble with the basketball, crossover dribble to the foul line, kicks it out. Triana with it to Meter. Meter with Byrne on him, over to Cobble, forces a 3, front of the rim, no. Rebound by Payne, though, shot up off the glass, missed it, but he was fouled. Fouls on Evan Sudis. That will be Sudis' 3rd. Double bonus situation for Baldwin Wallace. Payne was shooting anyways. He's going to get 2 anyways, but they'll be shooting 2 from here on out with 2:29 left to play. Kyle Payne has been active inside tonight for Baldwin Wallace. First free throw won't go. Rattles around and falls out. Payne's got 9 rebounds. He's been to the foul line 8 times. He's only made 4 of them. But he's really active inside for Coach Dwayne Shelvin. He's doing a nice job. Mass subs for Case right now. Checking in is Alex Hildebrandt, along with Ryan Bocan and Colin Mulholland. And the second free throw by Payne is up, and it is also good. So he missed the first, made the second. It's 79-56, 2:29 left to play. Case is up 23. Deep pass on full court press. Mulholland to Hildebrandt, and Case burns him. Alex Hildebrandt gets the layup. He's got 2. Nice identification by Colin Mulholland. A lot of guards on the floor right now for Case. 3 in the air for Baldwin Wallace. Taylor off out of Sandusky, a senior. Just checked in, puts up his first shot, and he makes it. It's 81-59. Case is up 22. Inside 2 minutes to play. Mulholland with it right wing. To Doer, top of the key. Swings it left to Bocan. Now to Byrne. Byrne between the circles. Back to Colin Mulholland, and they'll say Colin traveled with the basketball. Yellow Jackets with lots of subs in right now. We'll try to catch you up who's in the game. Taylor Roth has checked in. Grant Fairhurst is also in. Mike Triana still in the game.
Kevin Krowiak is also in the game.
This is Byrne on a Baldwin Wallace miss. Down to Mulholland in the corner. Bocan. 3 in the air, and he hit it. Ryan Bocan, the 5'11 senior guard for Case, just hit a 3. Spartans up 25. Inside, working hard for Baldwin Wallace is Sean Rothermel. Missed the shot. Dorr comes down with a rebound off the Byrne. Here comes Case.
And Mulholland's the only one that's played tonight. Hasn't scored yet.
Inside to Dorr. Nice feed from Mulholland. Eric missed the shot. Long rebound out to Bocan. Over to Byrne. Back to Dorr. 50 seconds left. Mike Byrne with the basketball for Case. Spartans are up 25. Colin Mulholland with it. Off to Ryan Bocan. Over to Mulholland. Left of the block. Dribbles in on the baseline. They swing it back out to Bocan. Bocan to Dorr. 8 seconds to shoot. 27 seconds on the clock. Try to get it to a cutter. Byrne, and missed it. Here comes Baldwin Wallace on the break. All the way down, lays it up, and he got fouled. He got stripped, but he got fouled, and it was Kevin Krakowiak. Krakowiak, the 6'4 freshman out of Valley City.
And Colin Mulholland will get called for the foul.
Colin, that will be his first foul for Krakowiak. Try to get his first points of the night. First free throw is up, and it's good. Eric Dorr is going to take a rest. His day is done. Good job by the 6'8" Case senior Eric Dorr. Krakowiak made the first free throw. Eric Dorr checks out with 7 points and 11 rebounds, and Krakowiak makes them both. He's got 2 points, 20 seconds left. Case up 23, 84-61. Mulholland with the basketball, and fouling him is Krakowiak. So Colin Mulholland will have a chance to score, Ed.
Mulholland is 83 or better. I think he shot almost 90% last year from the line.
Colin Mulholland makes the first, and he is on the board. Ed, you pointed out before that he was the only one who had entered the game that hadn't scored, and now he has. Misses the second, but he got one of them. 10 seconds left. Case up 85-61. Long 3 in the air for Baldwin Wallace. Missed. Krakowiak gets the rebound. 5 seconds. Another 3 in the air. This one is good, and it's good by Grant Fairhurst. 2 seconds left. 1. There's the buzzer, and this one is over. 85-64. Case with a 21-point lead, and a 21-point win, rather, over Baldwin Wallace on opening night for both programs.